Judson Spence on Mouth to Mouth being interviewed. The songs, including his hit single Yeah, 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 and You Don't Like It, are in a separate upload. But this aired on Mouth to Mouth on MTV in November of 1988. He's got a film from 10 years ago, 2014, called Sing the Blues. He stars in. It's semi-autobiographical. It's probably made more impact than he did as a musician, as a filmmaker. So, worth checking out. I'm going to watch
it. We heard him sing, now let's hear him howl, I guess. Judson Spence.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judson.
Thank you.
Nice tune there. You had even the whitest of us funking around.
Thanks. That to me is, that's the biggest compliment I could get, to have white people dancing. Wow, it's pretty amazing.
And you were raised in Mississippi. There's a lot of gospel influence in your music, I can tell.
Yeah, growing up in Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Pascagoula. Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys know where that is. Yeah, right. You guys haven't been to Jersey.
Yeah, right. They're going, Mississippi, is that it in America? Yes, in America.
How many electoral votes does it have? Right.
2. Wow, they're good.
So who did you play, who'd you put on the turntable when you were growing up?
Well, for the first 12 years of my life, the only thing that really influenced me, the thing that I heard the most, was black gospel music.
Mm-hmm.
My parents were pastors. I grew up in a predominantly black neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
And, it was I didn't know there was such thing as Billboard magazine or Rolling Stone magazine, I heard disco records and things like that. But the first record I ever bought was I heard it through the grapevine by Marvin Gaye.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started listening to some Aretha Franklin, and then a guy brought over one day a record called Axis Bold as Love by Jimi Hendrix.
Uh-huh.
And it just fried my brain. And so I really started listening to a lot of Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin, and also on the turntable, Aretha Franklin and Al Green and people like that. So
now this is the album right here. This is the Judson Spence.
The album.
This is the debut album. Now,
yeah.
You enjoy live performing most, right?
Live performing to me is it's real selfish, I think for entertainers to get into this industry.
Well, they told me you lose 5 pounds a performance.
Well, yeah, I can. I definitely have. I do on most occasions.
You recommend this as a good weight loss program?
I do, actually. It's better than aerobics, and it's a very good weight loss program. So but performing to me, it's much more stimulating. Making records. If you ever have anyone on here and you interview them and they say, "I've just been making records for 4 months. I'm so tired," don't believe them. It's the easiest job in the world to make records. You go in the studio and you look at a wall and you play music, and it's a lot of hours, but it's really easy. And performing is physically more demanding and everything, but it's
now you do a lot of jumping around. Have you ever gotten injured?
Yeah, I was doing a show in Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Metropolitan.
We're New York's finest. Once again.
And a piece of stage gave way with me, the very first song. Couldn't have happened at the end of the program.
Right.
The very first song, and I broke my ankle.
And they rubbed some dirt on it?
Well, I rubbed some red clay, outside in Pascagoula, and I continued to finish the show. Adrenaline is a funky thing. It's.
I've always heard that said.
It can make you go, and you don't
I think it was Kierkegaard who said that. Adrenaline is a funky
Plato,
thing.
Actually.
Was it Plato?
Yeah, it was. It was Plato. So
it was the British empiricist, I think, who really said that.
But it is. Adrenaline is a funky thing. It's hopefully that'll be a catchphrase now around America.
Now, your parents being preachers, how did they react to your music?
Well, I remember taking my mom a song, and playing it for her, and one of the first songs I ever wrote, and it wasn't a gospel song, it was a love song when I was 12, and you know a lot about love when you're 12, and so I took my mom...
What about Lucian?
So I took,
You had a priest beat him for that.
I took this song to my mom and played it for her, and, she cried and everything, and they really encouraged me to be me. They said, write what comes to you.
So they weren't like the non-musical preachers.
No. I come from an incredibly musical family. My mom's family comes from around the New Orleans area, and my father comes from Alabama, and they met in Mississippi, and it's been a happy union ever since. And it's a very, very musical family.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And your mother turned you on to Elvis Presley?
Yeah, my first musical memories are sitting in front of the record player, 3, 4 years old, and barely can remember sitting there, her putting on Elvis Presley records. And,
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mom.
Thank you.
I love you, Mom.
I'm real hungry.
I remember
I'm
that,
real hungry.
and it's those things, I mean, you know, she always encouraged me to be myself and write the things that came natural to me. I've never sat down and written a song that's been calculated. I don't like a lot of pop music today for the simple reason that, you know, I mean, it's an assembly line. You know, they push buttons and they throw it out the thing. And for me, it's very much an emotional thing to play music.
So what was your first gig, or when was your first gig?
Well, the first time I ever actually played live was in New Orleans, Louisiana, and I was 5 years old. At the Sanger Theater, yeah. And I remember the curtain opening up, there being 2,500 people out there, and me running to the side of the stage as fast as I could go, because I was scared to death. You know, a minute later, my mom comes dragging me out there. You know,
I had a similar experience.
Like a mule, you know, it was like a mule thing. And by this time, everyone was laughing, and kind of broke the ice for me. But I sang, and they gave me a standing ovation. And I thought, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Yeah.
Do you miss Pascagoula, Mississippi? Did I say that right? Pascagoula?
Go, let's hear it. Let's go. Come on.
It's the P phrase. The password is Pascagoula.
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 You know, Pascagoula.
Pascagoula.
There's people in Pascagoula that you're probably watching this right now. It's a holiday in Pascagoula now because I'm on here tonight. I'm just
it's a holiday because you're on here.
You know,
I thought it was like Groundhog Day or something. So you still keep in touch with the friends
I
back
do.
home?
I mean, you know, Cleo and Roy. I wrote a song on the record called Down the Village for a guy named Cleo and Roy.
Now, these are the guys
Cleo
in the
and Roy,
video?
where you at?
Are they out there? Cleo and
Yeah,
Roy?
they're there. And I
Sure
flew them
out
up to be in the video, and their mugs are in the video, and they feel like rock stars now. I mean, they called me the other night and they said, you know, we walk outside and everybody tells us they see us on MTV. So.
Well, what are they doing now? What do they...
They do nothing.
They just want to be part of your entourage.
They just want to hang out and not get their suits dirty is what they tell me. But no, they both live in Pascagoula and hang out and do,
okay, let's take
their thing.
a call and see who's out there.
Sure.
Line 8. Okay, David. Hi, you're on the air with Judson Spence.
Yes, Judson Spence.
Yeah,
I was wondering if you know of a place by the name of Carter Village.
Who is that, Judson? This is your life.
That's Cleo.
Is that Cleo?
Go, Cleo!
How you doing? Hey, you talk about that one piece of board that you broke your ankle, man. I recall nailing that board down. And you went, oh, that's okay. It'll be fine.
And Cleo's the one who built the stage that I fell through.
So there's a lawsuit.
So
there's a lawsuit involved.
That's why Cleo's in Pascagoula and I'm in New York.
Which
Cleo, he nailed this piece of board down. And he said, I need to nail this down somewhere. I said, no, it's fine. It'll be all right. I need to nail it down. It's going to break. I said, don't worry about it. And so Cleo's like, Cleo, I love you. How you doing, man?
Who are you with, Cleo? You with some of the other boys?
Good. It's good to hear your voice, guy.
Thanks, man.
It was great. It's like a big holiday here in Bogalusa.
Bogalusa?
No, he's kidding.
We changed the name.
He's kidding.
I swear, man, I have like about 1,000 black people throwing at my window, man.
Hey, it's just like New York.
Yes, sir.
I had that experience in a limousine tonight. I was riding in a limousine tonight, Cleo, and I had the same experience.
You guys just go ahead. Go ahead. I'll be over here.
So anyway, Cleo... no, I'm just kidding.
So you're cruising limo tonight, huh?
So I'll call you after the show, man.
Yeah, right, Cleo. He's never going to see you again, Cleo. Your history, you're out of his life completely.
Hey, thanks for telling the whole world I do nothing, man. I thought that was between us.
I know one black person who's coming in your window.
Exactly.
Okay,
right,
thanks for calling, Cleo.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Talk to you later.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Ow! Yeah.
Yeah, Cleo.
Right.
Well, Judson, you going to do another song for us?
We're going to do another song. We're going to break some cameras and things.
Great, let's do that. When we come back, when we return, Judson Spence. Don't go away. Yeah. Thanks, man. Fun.
Thank you for watching Cleveland Live Music. Don't worry, this cop that's approaching is not going to interrupt great uploads. He hopefully supports the channel as much as you folks who hit the subscribe button do. There's Patreon and GoFundMe information that I doubt he's going to do. But you can. But subscribe. Keep watching. That's all that counts.